sitting here with my friends, Bob and Joe Royer, and I wanted to really talk to them a little bit about a big project that they're involved in the community. And I want to also introduce Bob as a veteran real estate uh, agent who I work with at the Howard Hanna office here in Chagrin Falls. And Joe is actually a former
Yeah.
Cleveland Clinic nurse.
Yes, I retired a couple of years ago.
Yeah, two very busy people over the years. So I want to start out by asking Joe how you got started in the first responder vision that you have today.
Well, it really all started, I was home recovering from surgery, would not have normally ever been home watching television during the day, and saw a report on Fox News of a young girl that was so moved by what had happened to two policemen in New York City when they were murdered in their car, that she just, and the police had saved her mother's life at 25 when she had a heart attack, and they arrived long before, well, before the EMS did, and what they did, she felt saved her mom's life. And she had such a deep appreciation for the first responders that she took her entire winter break and wrote 1,500 thank you notes, handwritten thank you notes. Her parents flew her to New York City, and they took these around to the different precincts. And what they showed on TV was her going around, this little 9-year-old girl, to all these different precincts and presenting these thank you notes and letting them know how much they meant to her. And they were so moved and so appreciative. And that was a tough time right then, 5 years ago, for first responders.
Yeah, these two policemen, just for your memory, it was at Christmas time. They were sitting in their car having lunch in New York City, and somebody came up behind them and killed them both.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's what
Really
started
just
this
upset her
with
so badly.
yeah.
Anyway, so she wanted to do something. So when we saw what she had done,
Which is so amazing.
yes, little Savannah Sulis from Tyler, Texas, she motivated us to say, look at each other and say, well, what do we do in our area to say thank you? We couldn't really think of anything, and we thought, well, maybe there is, we're just not aware of it. So we went to the local mayor, our mayor, Mayor Brick, and he said, let's do it. It's a great idea. Because we proposed, let's do an appreciation. And we even asked if we could hang a huge banner over the South Franklin Street. Because they do for the sidewalk sale. And so we said, we want to put up a first responders banner. And he said, I go along with that, but you'll have to go to council to get that approved. I want to do it. So anyway, they wouldn't let us do that. But we said, well, how about if we get the restaurants to go talk to the restaurants to see if they'd like to contribute a meal to them for that week, for a week. And so we started going around to all the various restaurants, and they said, are you kidding? We'd love to. And you give us the day, give us the time, and we'll have a meal there for them. And we started hanging blue bows all around town, and eventually those blue bows became blue and red to honor both police, fire, and EMS. To the schools, and the schools, Bob Hunt from the school said, absolutely, let's get these kids involved. And so a lot of the elementary kids made banners, wrote thank you notes, and took them down to the stations. It's because the first year was just Chagrin. We were living. Then the high school came up with the idea, well, we'll do a responder day on our evening at the home football game and let them march out on the field, and we'll honor them. The mayor, they wrote a proclamation. The mayor read the proclamation thanking all the first responders, making an appreciation day. And so
and at the football game, it's standard now that the VFW post here raises the American flag as the team comes out and they play the national anthem. So you can just picture the first responders leading the team out as the flag goes up and they play the national anthem. It's very patriotic.
Very.
It's a very moving, and the people in the stands have a chance to stand up and say thank you in mass, a large body at once. So then we came up with the idea, well, let's put blue and red light bulbs. Let's get people to put blue and red light bulbs up on their porches or on their lampposts or whatever. And whole neighborhoods got involved and did an entire neighborhood, and they brought the first responders through to drive through to see what they'd done. And then the following year, we really Bob being on the board for the Chamber of Commerce, that they were talking about wanting to do something to bring all the chambers together, and so we proposed, well, why not have, propose the First Responder Week to all the area chambers of commerce. And Molly, our wonderful, wonderful Chamber of Commerce director, she's just, boatload of energy and good heart.
Took it and ran with it.
And took it and ran with it, exactly. And once Molly gets involved, then things really start to happen, and in a great way. And so it spread to all the local, Bainbridge, Russell, South Russell, Pepper Pike, Orange, Woodmere, Bentleyville, just lots and lots of areas that we wanted them to know that that they were part of the first responders. So then more and more restaurants got involved, and a small army of people go out, pick up the food, and then deliver it to the different stations all around, all week long. So this has been going on for 5 years now. This is our 5th year.
And it's coming up, right? September 9th, next week. Yeah. And what do you want the community to do?
Well, this year we're really pushing on trying to get people to put red and blue light bulbs up, and the hardware store has a tremendous. They've been great. They have been bringing in a big inventory, and it's amazing how it's really catching on, and people want to put. We said even your little Christmas or welcome lights in the windows, just put a little red or blue light bulb.
But a great spot is on either side of your garage.
Oh yeah,
our
that's
front
perfect.
porch.
That is perfect.
Yeah, so I've done that in our neighborhood, but it's been, and the kids get involved. They write thank you note letters, and our big push is to try to get the first responders into the schools, so that the kids, not just our local area, because our kids are pretty much used to seeing our first responders and they know them, but especially the inner city kids and kids all over the state of Ohio, all over the nation, if they could get to know the first responders on a one-on-one basis, to know these are mothers and fathers and aunts and uncles and grandparents, and they're people, they have families to go home to too.
Yeah, so. And just it's a beautiful thing when people start communicating.
Communication is everything. Yeah, and mutual respect and dignity. If we could all just take a moment to show each other mutual respect and dignity, it would go a long way to, we feel.
No, I'm just going to say, then we thought about maybe we can do this throughout the state of Ohio.
Oh, yes.
So we went to Matt Dolan, our state senator. He said, absolutely, I'll back this thing and present it. So they did present it. It went through whatever that governing body is.
The assembly, the General Assembly.
Unanimously, they all voted it in. So we're actually, this coming year will be the second year.
Yeah, second official year, because it started last year on May 24th.
And what we want to have happen is for the whole state to do this and to recognize throughout the state.
Get out the word early so that people are aware.
Yeah,
I'll help you.
Oh, great! And nationwide, little Savannah has not slowed down. She is still writing thank you notes. She's traveled to almost every state in this country. Wow. She's been to 11 different countries. She's been to England, sat in the Queen's chariot. I mean, she has just made it her mission to let she focuses primarily on the police department, and we kind of spread it to the whole first responders thing. But they, the police had saved her mom's life, and she feels she owes them so much. And anyway, so she has created this realization to the nation that we all need to stop and say thank you. These people are there for us 24/7, 365.
I imagine that other states are starting to do this.
Oh, some of them, there are at least 23, the last time I looked, 23 other states that now have appreciation days. And some of the states just do wonderful things so it is, people are becoming aware of it, that we need to stop and say thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, and excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt you, but we really feel strongly that all first responders, of course our military, the ultimate first responders, but anyone that puts on a uniform and goes to work for our protection, our country's protection, our local community's protection, safety and protection is just, we need to realize what that means.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate them, and I appreciate the two of you for really getting the ball rolling here in the Chagrin Valley community, and now even farther than that. So
And it doesn't take a special day to say thank you. To
for sure.
both our first responders, which are the fire department, EMS, the police department, and anyone in uniform.
Well, and the dispatchers too. The
And the
dispatchers,
dispatchers.
yeah,
There's so many people
Yeah.
involved.
they really are.
Thank you both for joining me.